I think one of the most important things at this time is not really about our past, but I think one of the most important things is about our present. For many years, I've been involved in love and serve using ICT. That is, trying in a way, working with others to make a difference using ICT. So I'm sure in the background you see a few things that I've been involved in. Really to be able to use ICT at the service of humanity and to be really able to use ICT to be able to love and serve. So let me just confirm if you're able to get me loud and clear. So just send me a message down there if you're able to get me. So send me a message if you're able to get me. So what can we do with ICT? I think with ICT we can do so many things. During times like today, of course, we can use social media to be able to make a difference. Now, talking about social media, let me just try to check what is happening today online, or let me just try to check what is happening on social media and what each and every one of us is doing. So we can use ICT positively to make a difference, especially now during COVID-19. One of the ways that we can do that is to create those messages that are positive, to encourage others. Right now, remember, if we're not infected by COVID-19, it means we're actually affected. So I think one of the things that we need to do is to be able to journey with our friends, those of us that are infected, but remember, we are all affected. So we can be able to use ICT to make that difference. I can see some of you have joined in on the live feed. So let me just confirm if you're able to get me. Okay, so thanks. So we continue. Thanks for joining. Yeah. So like I said, in the background, there are some of the ways that I've been involved in terms of being able to love and serve using ICT. Um, in Malawi, there's a team that deals with ecology, the environment, and they've been doing so much work. So I would love to invite you to visit JCD if you're in Malawi to get to know about their works. But of course, now with COVID-19, I'm sure there are a lot of safety measures that they are doing in terms of who comes in to visit them and who does not. But you can also search online for the Jesuit Center for Ecology and Development, and then you'll be able to see the different works that they're involved in. So they're doing a lot of work in Malawi, and I think today when we talk about challenges like COVID-19, we learn and remember that we must take care of each other and take care of the environment and be careful about what we do with nature to be able to avoid challenges like we're having today. So please collaborate and support them. Then you also see Chikuni Radio somewhere. For some time, I've been involved, love and serve with ICT with Chikuni Radio. And on Facebook, simply search for Chikuni Community Radio Station, and you can listen to what they do. They also broadcast online, and then you can be able to follow the different programs that they have. So actually, with Chikuni Radio, the streaming actually started even before, the COVID-19 times. It started way back. And the team there is passionate, they're dedicated, and they, do so many things. You can also see Kasisi Agriculture Training Center. So for some years, I was also involved in trying to help, with ICT and see how best to be able to, reach out to people. And of course, there's JCTR there also, which is the Jesuit Center for Theological Reflection, JCTR as it is famously called here in Zambia. I think they are doing a lot of work, so I would actually advise you, urge you to visit them and see the kind of works that they're involved in. But all these aspects involve what we call web development, others call it web engineering, all those kind of things. Um, one of the key things that we can use ICT for now with COVID-19 is to be able to use ICT to build online platforms. Um, from just online platforms that talk about the organizations, that talk about the goals of the organizations and everything else. We could also now look at e-commerce. E-commerce will help us to be able to, actually sell goods and services and all kinds of products. But what e-commerce will help us with is to be able to, the challenge right now we're having is how do we talk about social distancing, how do we practice that? And we talk about avoiding so much contact with people. Now, with e-commerce, we can then be able to build platforms that will allow us to be able to sell items or products. So, what is that going to do, or what is that going to be about? So, e-commerce will basically allow us to have platforms online, and of course, we have to look at ways of delivering those products. Um, I think it's safer to be able to actually have a platform where you can buy things, but then in terms of the delivery, there will be people that are in between. Usually these can be, for example, you have people that have motorbikes, you have people that have mini cars and all those things. So when you build your e-commerce platform, you can then be able to actually do different things. Uh, my voice sounds a bit hoarse because actually it's just in the morning, and I thought I should be an early bird to talk about e-commerce, to talk about e-learning as well. So I'm not really going into details because for more details and ways that you can be able, to create these platforms, I would ask you to inbox me and then we can chat more about all those things. But e-learning also is another important thing. Well, probably I'll need to drink a bit of water, but I think it's because I just woke up and sometimes I have some allergies when I just, wake up. But yeah, so back to our discussion. So with e-learning, you can actually be able to offer those learning sessions that you have. You do your training and you're able to interact with your students and do those different things. So e-learning is one of the other things that actually I would love to encourage you, to do. I can see my auntie has just joined us. Thank you, auntie, for joining. I hope you're okay, and I hope everyone is okay on that side. Yeah. So I think it's important to think e-commerce now, to think e-learning now, to think e-government now, to think e-services now. You know, you can see everything has E. So that's electronic. So meaning we're talking about doing things electronically. So e-commerce meaning we're able to do that business that we do electronically. E-services meaning we're now looking at being able to do those services electronically. I think one of the other important things that we can do is to also look, I keep on talking about this, the pricing of ICT equipment keeps on going high. As you've seen in other countries, lockdowns, there are all those challenges. So as much as possible, I urge you now to try your best to get as much ICT equipment as you can. Yes, it's expensive, but do the best that you can. I'm actually just streaming, today, just using one of my webcams. And the other day, I said I've packed my cameras. So I'm not actually streaming using any of my cameras. And you can see I've also been using my lights. For example, like this one, this is part of my lighting. This one, I hope you can see it. So this is part of my lighting. So you simply charge it and then you're able to do all those things. So now I've turned it off. Now, talking about lighting, let me just also show you this one. So it's a bit important for us to be able to do those different things. And so you just need that webcam or that web camera, and then you bring in your lighting, and then you're able to do your streaming, and you're able to do all those different things. Apart from that, there are different webcams that you can use. Last time I think I showed you this webcam. This is well, the other kind of webcam that you can use. Then I have another one in the background. But also, you can also be able to use your phone. So like right now, you can see it has become a bit dark, simply because I've turned off the other light. As I was moving around, as I was trying to do, the different things. So I have another light here as well. And apart from that, you can also use your phone to be able to do the streaming and all those things. So I think for today, that will be all. I wish you a blessed day. And remember, let's continue to journey with our friends, to journey with each and everyone that is going through a tough time now, because we need lots of love this time. And with love, the world is one. So God bless and take care. And of course, the MacBook here is doing wonders. It's been doing so much, but also you don't really need, you know, an Apple machine to be able to do the best that you could. Windows also offers you different softwares that you can also use. But I think all you need, like I always say, is at least 8 GB RAM and above to be able to enjoy your streaming and to do so much. So let me turn off the lights and get ready to say bye to you. And please take extra care and may God bless you. Yeah, you can see it's getting dark because I'm turning off the lights. And yeah, so let's continue trying to do the best that we can together, and let's continue trying to do the best that we can for humanity. So now I turn off all the lights and I say bye to you. So goodbye and God bless.